So for this video, you're going to learn about different types of color combinations. You're going to take your name that you made previously for the your name tag, and you're going to create different color combinations using your name that you created inside of Inkscape. So let's go ahead and get started. First thing I want to do is let's go ahead and open up Inkscape. It's at the bottom left of your screen where it says search. Type in Inkscape, open up Inkscape. Since you already made your name inside of Inkscape, you do not have to remake it. You could just go ahead and go to the top left where it says File, click on Open Recent, find the Your Name tag that you already made for the previous assignment, and open that. And each letter should be a separate layer. The way you can tell is going over here to the top right, we have your Layers panel, and making sure that each letter is its own layer. If it's still just a text, or if you haven't done the previous assignment, what you would do is you would find the text tool, type out your name in all caps. You could zoom in, click on your name, hold down Control, click and drag out, and you want to make your name the same width as the piece of paper, and you would have to trace each letter using the pen tool. So that's what we did for the name tag assignment. Again, you could reuse that same assignment for this assignment. Then we traced each letter. You could choose a color so you can see what you traced. So I'm gonna click, let go, click, let go, go down to a straight line. To make a curve, you just cut across, click and drag. You get a curve automatically right after. Click and drag, click and drag. And then you have to go back to where you started. And so that's what we did for every single letter for the Your Name tag assignment. And that's how you get a layer for each letter. So I'm gonna zoom out, Shift minus. I'm gonna delete this because this is just text. It's not the letters that we traced. So I'm gonna delete this. Before we get started, let's go to the top left, click on File, click on Save As, and it should open that file inside of the Your Name assignment. Let's pretend that it didn't. You would click on the desktop button here on the top left, click on the folder with the cloud and your name next to it, click on Documents, click on the folder we made for the year, click on the period my class, and we're going to create a name for this project. So we're going to call this project Color Combo. So let's create a new folder. On top left where it says create new folder with a folder and a little spark next to it, click on that. And let's call this new project Color Combo. Just because you made the folder doesn't mean you're inside the folder. Let's open up the folder. And now that we're inside that folder, let's rename this file. So it should be your first name, first letter of your last name, name of the project, and the period of my class. We're going to leave it as an SVG. So if you have the black mouse selected, you click and drag to select all shapes. And we can scoot that up. You can also stay a little bit more organized, so open up your layers. And we can call this first layer monochromatic. And then we could collapse that. You could right click on the layer, click on duplicate layer. And then on this new layer, it's going to have the same letters inside there. But we're going to rename this. Let's call this analogous. Click off. Right click, we're going to duplicate it one more time. Let's call this complementary. And you could rearrange these layers, so I'm going to click and drag so that the analogous is in the middle. Then we're going to create labels for each of these different color combinations. So this top one's going to be monochromatic, this one's going to be analogous, and this one's going to be complementary. So I'm going to grab my text tool, so monochromatic. I could copy the label, Control C. I could lock the layer, paste it inside the analogous, so we can label this. The labels could be smaller than your name. I'm gonna lock that one, unlock my complementary color, Control V, and then this is gonna be called complementary. We could work on these one at a time. For this name up here, it's gonna be in monochromatic colors. So you could go back to the assignment, look for the definition of monochromatic, so that's two or more tints or shades that are from the same color. So you would choose a color and then choose lighter tints of that same color and darker shades of that same color. And if you don't want this color, you want some other ideas for other colors, you can click on close, scroll down, click on the link for the Canva color wheel. You can have a drop down menu over here on the bottom right. Click on monochromatic and you can have some ideas here. You could click and drag this color selector tool. Let's say you want this color, but you're not sure how to get the color. So you could copy this code here, Control C. If you want to copy the codes faster, you would go under the color, click on the code, and it'll copy to your clipboard, so you can copy those codes and paste them into Inkscape faster. Go back to Inkscape, select your first letter, open up your layers. So you have to click on the three dots on the right hand side. If your layers aren't over there, go to Object, Layers and Objects. And then on the top right, you should have a tab that's called Fill and Stroke, and at the very bottom you could paste that code that we copied, so Control V, and you have that color that we copied from Canva. Monochromatic should be different tints and shades, so maybe what you could do is have this color in the middle for this layer, and you can have lighter colors here on the left hand side, darker colors on the right hand side, or you could just make sure that you're getting lighter as you go towards the right or darker as you go towards the right. So this is the original color. I would go back to Canva. Here's a lighter color, and I don't get this code for this color. I could click here. Here's the code. Control C, go back to Inkscape, click on the letter, paste the code. Something else you could do too is you could paste the code for the next one, even though it's going to be the same color, and you could drag this slider to get a lighter value. So this one's lighter than that one, this one's lighter than that one. Now we could copy this code instead of having to go back to Canva. Copy this code, Control C, click on this letter, paste, and then drag this a little bit further to the right. Get the code, paste it for the next letter, drag, get the code, copy, click on the letter, paste the color, and drag. So that's your monochromatic. So it should either get lighter towards the right or darker towards the right, or maybe you're starting out in the middle and it's going to get darker on one side and lighter on the other side. So for analogous, let's go to the definition. For analogous, those are colors that are next to each other on the color wheel. So let's say that this is the main color, your main color would be violet, and these other colors would be the analogous colors. Another way you can think of it is if you're drawing the letter A on the color wheel, so I would go up here and down here and the color right next to it. So that's how you can think of it, what analogous colors are. We go to Canva, click on the drop down menu, and get an idea for analogous colors. It gives you the analogous colors. So let's say you have 6 letters in your name, so you can make 2 of them this color, 2 of them this color, 2 of them this color. Again, you could choose a different color for this next set. So these 3 colors are next to each other on the color wheel. So I'm gonna go back to my name, and these 2 letters would be one color, these 2 letters would be another color, these 2 letters would be another color. Back to Canva, I'm gonna get this color here, grab the code, Control C, back to Inkscape. You might have to go back to your layers. You could lock your monochromatic layer, unlock your analogous layer, and we should be able to color 2 letters at a time. So I'm gonna click on one, and you might have to double click because it's gonna select the whole layer. Hold down Shift, click on the second one so I could select both layers at the same time. I'm gonna go over here to the top right where it says Fill and Stroke. So if you click on Fill and Stroke, you'll have these different colors here. You would go down to the bottom right, and this would be where you paste your codes. I'm gonna get the code for this color here, go back to Inkscape, paste in the code with the 2 letters selected. I'm gonna go back to Canva, click here on this Preferences button, copy the code, click on my letters, hold down Shift to click on more than one letter, go down, make sure you're inside of Fill and Stroke, paste the color, back to Canva, get the code for the last color, select each letter, paste the color, and there you have the colors for your analogous color combination. I'm gonna go back to my layers, I'm gonna lock the analogous, collapse it, unlock my complementary colors. I'm going to go back to my reference. I'm going to read the definition for complementary colors. Those are colors that are on the opposite side of the color wheel. I'm going to go back to Canva, click on the drop-down menu, find my complementary color, and then these 2 colors will be on the opposite side of the color wheel. So you have one over here and on the opposite side. One way you can think of this is if you draw the letter C, right? So you have one color over here, draw the imaginary letter C, and on the opposite side, that would be your complementary color. So you could drag around, but no matter where you're at, it's the opposite color on the color wheel. So I could choose these 2 colors. So I'm going to choose this color, Control C, go back to Inkscape. This time what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on one letter or every other letter, hold down Shift, and I'm going to go to Fill and Stroke, and every other letter would be one color. I'm gonna go get the code for the other color, back to Inkscape, click on every other letter, paste the code, and then this would be your example of complementary colors. We already saved the file. We would click on the top left where it says File, click on Save. If you're not sure where you saved this or you don't remember where you saved this, you go to File, Save As. You could click on the drop-down menu, and these are all the folders that we went inside of to save this file. You would follow that same path when you're ready to turn this into Microsoft Teams. This will be the file that you attach to Microsoft Teams for this assignment. So if you have any questions of how to use the color selector tool, how to get to Canva, how to select the different color combinations, go ahead and let me know.
Thank you for watching the video. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications. And feel free to watch any of the other related videos.